just get into this. Neely Blanchard was arrested around like 1, 2 in the morning. She's a E-Clause follower. That's like Kirk Pendergrass and Chris Howlett. They linked up with Field McConnell and Timothy Charles Homeseth for a while. Francesca, David Jose, Connie Reguli, all of them, this whole group. She was arrested for attempting to, not attempting, she kidnapped her twin daughters who have been in her mom's custody for a really long time at this point. This is technically the third kidnapping conducted by a parent with some sort of severed parental rights, either terminated or, like in Neely's case here, she was allowed supervised visitation. But this is the third kidnapping that's directly linked up with this same group of like CPS people recently. And that goes from like the QAnon crowd that's getting super popular in the CPS, anti-CPS groups. Connie Reguli's Family Forward Project. Neely was active in that one. And then E-Clause, obviously, Chris Howlett and Kirk Pendergrass, and their little sovereign, legal, nonsensical theories. I guess you could, if you wanted to be generous, I guess you could call them legal theories if you really wanted to go out on a limb. But she was under their direction, and then there's QAnon shit. I got her profile pulled up. But before that, I mean, that's one thing. Before that, this isn't even her first time trying to take her kids from her mom. And then also at some point, she like hit her mom with a walker. During this incident back in like 2012, 2013, she had Xanax on her. When she tried to take her kids from the school and almost ran over one of the teachers when she wasn't supposed to have the kid. She got in trouble. She was accused of offering Xanax to someone for them to make false reports of her mother abusing her twin daughters. So, I mean, Neely's just a fucking mess all around. She's been a mess for a very long time, it appears. So, going over to her social media, there was a video posted last night after she was arrested. So I guess there is a little bit of like video stuff to do. Well, actually, Chris Howlett did like a response thing. Maybe we'll watch that too. We're not going to watch the whole thing. Never mind. We actually played that thing earlier, and it's such a headache. We'll watch a little bit of it, but we're not sitting through all of Chris Howlett's I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about black law dictionary bullshit bonanza. We're not doing that shit. But this chick, which again, like same crowd, this Kathy Watson, that's who was posted this video after Neely was arrested from her account. But Kathy Watson, same sort of shit with this one. November 19th, 2019, which it looks like her profile's somewhat private. But right there, you got the field report. I think she was also a Connie fan. Yeah. Terry LaPointe, Connie Reguli, Family Forward Project shit. Connie... This is Connie Reguli with Wendy Hancock, the woman that Connie helped take her, or basically ignore and break a court order of an ex parte, and actually hid her client's daughter and her at her house for almost a week until they were arrested while there was an Amber Alert going on. They're currently facing charges for that. So funny enough, this woman that was with Neely, who kidnapped her daughters from a custody situation while she was with her, and then also she's sharing this same story where they were taking a child. This shit is just unreal. If you notice, I'm not even getting into a super long explanation for the Facebook people. You can go through past videos here if you want to try and piece together who these guys are. I do have article links in the description that can catch you up. And I got one specifically on this right here, which links off to a whole bunch of shit. But besides that, like, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, so Kathy Watson here made this announcement through Neely's Facebook after she was arrested. Oh, that's not right. Oh, I know why. Okay, hold on, guys. I got you.
Kentucky, Madisonville jail, and they have took the children. I think they've took my phone also, so I just wanted to give y'all an update on what's going on. And I got my number.
Let me give you guys more volume.
I don't know what else to say. I think they've got my phone. I've got Neely's. I thought I'd go live if anybody would call me on Neely's phone, or call my phone number and call, so I can find my phone. It might be in somebody's pocket that just left here. So that'll be all. We'll see how this turns out in the days to come.
So apparently Kathy here was with Neely when she got arrested. I can only assume because of the fact that she has Neely's phone and she's going live to her Facebook. Which, just funny enough, here in a little bit, Kirk Pendergrass from E-Claws actually pops on that live. And let me see. This is from that article that I posted in the description. I am actually blocked by Kirk Pendergrass, so you can't see it through the account I have on right now. But in this live video with Kathy Wilson, Kirk is here in the comments. What's her name again? Her name is Kathy Wilson. So... or Watson, I'm sorry. I'm saying Wilson. It's Kathy Watson. I'm sorry. So yeah, Pendergrass was actually commenting back to her in that video. I know, I've read her paperwork. Who knows? There might be some indictments for all that have been involved in her cases, because Kirk Pendergrass and Chris Hallett claim that they can fucking indict people. I don't even know what these two are. Their own weird level of, they talk about common law, but it's sovereign nonsense. None of it works, and they proved that when they said they were going to help Field McConnell and they were getting him out of jail, and then they overlooked a simple bond request, and now he's extradited off to Florida, isn't allowed online, and waiting to fucking go to trial. That was Kirk and Chris hoping. And at one point he also says E-Claws reported on all 4 states that have been involved back in 2019. They gonna find out real soon. It's fucking nonsense. So in a little bit, you'll hear Kathy Watson here actually replying to Kirk in the comment section of this live, like talking about how they're gonna do whatever.
She's in Hopkins County jail.
Which, by the way, Kirk Pendergrass and Chris Hallett both claim they're part of the president's pedophile, or the president's Pentagon pedophile Pentagon Pedophile Task Force. I don't even know how I screwed that up, aside from the fact that it's completely idiotic. Kirk has claimed that he was part of the Pentagon's Pedophile Task Force, a secret task force made by President Donald Trump. And it was actually Timothy Homseth and Field McConnell and David Straight that are part of this secretive task force that Donald Trump himself started. And Kirk Pendergrass and Chris Hallett were part of it for a while until they tried to help Field McConnell and completely fucked his case up. And then Timothy Homseth now says that Kirk Pendergrass and Chris Hallett are full of shit, and they were never part of the task force. That never existed. Because still, one of the best questions about that task force, because they say that the government will not recognize the task force because of how top secret it is. So, if it's this top secret task force created by the president, why are the only members of it talking about it on Facebook and YouTube? Like, does anybody else see the problem there? The government can't come forward and say it's true because it's so top secret, but the members can do Facebook lives about this group, public Facebook lives, and go on YouTube in public and talk about this top secret group that not even the government wants to say is there, because they need to keep it secret so they can do their work. It's the people they appeal to are 100% desperate and 100% gullible, because how you can believe that shit, I have no clue.
It's in Madisonville, Kentucky. Thank y'all very much, and we must stand together and expose what's been going on to this child. She's been victimized too long with her children, and American people shouldn't put up with this kind of torture to young mothers and fathers everywhere. I ask y'all to keep us in your prayers, and hopefully this will bring change. It's very upsetting, but everything will work for good. You know, all things are possible through God, so hopefully we can get this straightened out, and the lies that's been told can be straightened out, you know. It's a dang shame. Many parents have to go through this type of situation. Families against families, families against mothers, fathers, and such as that. And, you know, it's very disheartening to see how it affects the children and everybody concerned. So, God bless, and if I can figure out how to use this phone, I'll use it, but I don't know, you know, where mine's at. If anybody's got my phone number, would you please call my phone? It might be in these officers' pockets, I don't know, but
so yeah, she was definitely
if you would
there.
call me so I could find it. Neely was pretty upset, and she's got a right to be. The Amber Alert was a lie, and there's a lot of gaslighting going on. This child has been through too much, and we must, as Americans, stand together against this tyranny, against families, parents, children. I'm begging you, all stand together. Share whatever you got to.
I'd also like to point out, like many of these cases that these guys rally behind, where they say CPS is ripping the family apart and everything, this is another situation where the daughters are in Neely's mother's care. Like, this isn't something where the government has them and they're making all this money off of them and testing whatever on them and blah, blah, blah. They're in the family's care. Like, they're in the grandmother's care for years now. Years and years. In 2013, when Neely was arrested for similar shit and all fucked up on drugs, she had supervised visits, and her mother had sole custody. So this isn't some harrowing story of CPS stole these children from this family and nobody will ever see them again. They literally live with their grandmother.
I don't care, but this ain't right. And all of y'all peeps that know Neely, know what kind of struggle she's been through, you know.
Neely's mother, even after Neely has put her through all this different shit throughout her addictions and wild times, still allows her to have supervised vision. Not even the mother is cutting off her ability to see the children. But because she's a fucking train wreck, they live with the mother. And I mean, just scrolling through
this
Neely's
is just another
Facebook
tactic, a narcissistic tactic that they use against mothers, fathers, grandparents, whatever, you know. Just pray for us, keep us in your prayers. And again, Neely is in Hopkins County jail system in Madisonville, Kentucky. And Kurt, they arrested her. There was an Amber Alert.
Pendergrass chiming in.
And they arrested her. And they said they had a warrant. They wouldn't show the warrant.
See his comments even on this account.
They didn't want to do it in front of the kids, they said. We give them the non-consent
I'll post this
paper.
live in her comments. So
We showed it to them. Didn't matter. It didn't matter. Revoked consent.
let's see if we can get. Oh no,
Didn't
I
matter.
can't. Damn it.
The Amber Alert was a lie.
Oh well.
What they said was a lie. It's some more gaslighting from, you know, what she's been going through all along.
Now, from
It's just hard.
what I saw today was that the children were taken home. I don't know if that'll stay. But I know as of earlier today, the kids were at home with the grandmother. But I mean, I don't know.
I mean, to see things of this nature going on with parents when they love their children. No harm done. They make them sound like a monster when they're not. I'm just, I don't know how to use Neely's phone, and I just found this. I thought I'd go live. I don't know what, if she'll get out tomorrow, bond out or whatever. I'll go up there and find out tomorrow.
No, she's
See
being
what's
extradited.
going on there. I don't.
Neely is charged with. Let me see here. Here, I'll find the charges while.
I don't know
let her
what
run.
else to do other than, you know, wait till tomorrow. She give them her non-consent on all of it and give them the paper, and they took it. Just need a lot of prayers.
Actually, these two parts are kind of important all around, especially if Chris Howlett or Kirk Pendergrass, if you two, one of you two, end up seeing this video. This is a part that you guys should really pay attention to. Logan County Sheriff Stephen Stratton said Blanchard was involved with a sovereign law group known as E-Clause. Now, that was that sheriff. Logan County Sheriff Stephen Stratton identified E-Clause as a sovereign group. Those were his words. That means that Kirk Pendergrass and Chris Howlett are on not very good radar. Not the sort of radar you want to be whatsoever. Their bullshit's really pushing some fucking limits. Especially after they got tied up with Field McConnell and Timothy Homeseth. And it should be noticed on this too, the Amber Alert. Neely's license plate was E-Clause. Like, so it's pretty evident where she's getting some of her thoughts from and who's influencing these decisions to go take her children, seeing that this is the second time once you look at Cynthia Abzig, who was listening to these same idiots. So yeah, Neely's car literally had a license plate that was tagged as E-Claws. Big fan. E-Claws founders Chris Howell and Kirk Pendergrass use social media platforms to push nonsensical legal theories to desperate people in a legal crisis. Stratton said the group is currently pushing a conspiracy theory the U.S. government is using COVID-19 outbreaks to control American citizens. Blanchard often shared E-Claws related material to her social media, which I did find a Facebook and a Twitter for her. And here's Howlett tweeting out God knows what he thinks this is even supposed to mean. But this, my friend, Chris Howlett and Kirk Pendergrass, if you see this, this is the part that should definitely concern you. And I'm not the only source to put this. There's links in this article, in this description. You can go check for yourself. On Wednesday night, an Amber Alert was issued for Blanchard's children, which spawned tons of good information. Stratton said, Stratton said, period, sorry. That screen's a little far away, so sometimes I can't see everything. According to the Amber Alert, Blanchard's custom license plate was E-Claws. The Secret Service assisted in tracking Blanchard through her phone and social media. So I just want to highlight again, the Secret Service assisted in tracking. That's not something that just happens every day. The Secret Service doesn't just get involved in a missing person case unless there actually is a federal investigation going on with all of these idiots. That's not normal. And again, I'm not the only person to report that. There are multiple outlets reporting that the Secret Service, and that's coming from that sheriff. Not only has this sheriff named E-Claws as a sovereign group, Stephen Stratton is also the one who said that the Secret Service was who stepped in to help them locate Neely and her children. That's bad fucking news. That is not, I mean, those guys do not get involved over nothing. So now you're talking about legally recognized as sovereign with 2 linked up kidnappings now. And technically 3 if you count Connie and Wendy. And we're going to get to that too, because all 3 of these 3 attempted kidnappings are literally right back to the exact same influences. And they're all pushing the exact same bullshit. Even Connie, which I can get to her Facebook on this account, is pushing the same sort of QAnon crazy bullshit these days. Do we want to hear Kathy finish talking? Fuck it. She doesn't have much left. We'll let Kathy finish talking.
This kind of situation ain't right. You got family going against you, and, you seem like the whole world's going against you. But we got to be out there. We got to be there for Neely. And I don't care. I don't care about the lies that's been told, because that's what they are. That's what they are. Neely's children was not in any danger whatsoever. Whatsoever. It's just some more of them lies. Some more of those lies. She's been gaslighted. She's been tormented. No person, no mother, no father should ever go through this. No child should ever witness anything like this. Ever. This ain't what God intended it to be. We need to turn this stuff around. Common law, God's law. Because this Sharia law ain't getting it. It's damaging too many people.
That's
what's wrong with our society today.
That is something that Howlett, I remember him saying in his little ridiculous retort to this stuff. Sharia law. These guys are trying to claim that we're in Sharia law, which I can't even begin to understand that argument. But
they won't stand together. One needs to be stood. You got to stand strong. You got to stand firm. Do all you can to stand. Get the message out. Or we go one, we go all.
QAnon, WWG, WW or WWG1, WWGA.
We need prayers. We need action. We need to learn what's going on.
We go one, we go all.
Because if we don't, it's not going to be good. We're going to have this new world order, and we don't need it. We're patriots. We know what our country was founded on.
New world order conspiracy.
And we need to stand on it. I'm going to go for now, and like I said, the people that's just now getting on, she's in Hopkins County, Kentucky, in the Madisonville jail system, and I'll know more tomorrow. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to work on this phone. I don't know. I don't even know how to turn her phone on, because I got an Apple, but it's missing. So if anybody's got my number, would you please call my phone? It might be in the house somewhere. I was told it was, but I haven't found it yet. So if anybody's got my number, would you please call me? I'm going to get off here now, and tomorrow I'll try to give an update on what's going on. So I appreciate it, each and every one of you, and Neely does too. She really needs us to pull together. Who knows, there might be some indictments for all that have been involved in her cases. Yes, it could be. I know she served the judge of Logan County, her non-consent or whatever it was, that Julian Coulter had her sign, and she's passed out all kinds of them. And you know, she's been a victim.
That takes logic,
This
Janice.
child shouldn't have to suffer this a second time. She's had her first child took, you know, and that's not a very good situation either. And now this. I mean, you know, when your own family comes against you like this and make up lies, you know, to destroy a person, it's just god-awful evil. It is evil.
Now, remind you, Neely is the one who was charged and caught for fucking trying to give her friend Xanax so that she would lie about her mother and falsely report that her mother was abusing her children. So everything this woman just said is a hypocritical crock of shit that she doesn't apply to her own friend.
It's just, of course, we're in an evil versus good battle. And everybody better wake up. Everybody. I'm glad Trump is unsealing them now.
Get woke.
As we speak, because, you know,
unsealing them, talking about the sealed indictments of QAnon that don't exist. It's just one of their researchers that doesn't understand how PACER works. There's no sealed indictments taking down a worldwide baby-eating, human trafficking elitist cabal. I hate to break it to you guys, but it's not happening. That's why it hasn't happened at any point over the last 2 years of that bullshit claim going on.
McConnell, and all of them, they know Neely's case. Everybody that knows Neely knows Neely's case. It shouldn't even be. But they've done so many parents this way. And it's time to stop. It's time to stand. It's time to stand against this kind of corruption, this tyranny against our people. You know, so I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to get me some rest. I'm going to try to find my phone. If anybody on here has my phone number, would you please call my number, because I don't know what Neely done with my phone. I don't know. And if it's not in here, and if it don't ring, then I know one of the 3 officers might have took it. So, would you please call my phone number?
Literally
Here that
holding
helps me.
a phone
Kathy
and
Watson.
asking for someone on the internet
And,
to call her phone.
I love all the people. E-Claws, Law Corner, Kurt's Law Corner.
Timothy Holmes has
And,
had a new video today,
you know,
too. I heard
I ain't
that.
much on
I don't know if
lives,
I'm blocked by
you
him.
know, but this is necessary. And we all love Neely. And we've got to do something. We've got to do something quick.
Oh, this isn't her mom.
And expose this stuff. You know?
This is just some other crazy QAnon
Yes,
lady.
it's worldwide, Holly.
Yeah, just an FYI, this isn't Neely's mom. Neely's mom is like on one of her other posts begging her to stop doing this and shit. This is just some other QAnon fucking crazy lady that follows Connie and fucking E-Claws that I'm guessing they just met online.
But see, the officers, they didn't know. They didn't know. Had to explain to them. Some of the lawyers don't even know what's going on. You know, they've been taught wrong. So, you know, we was able to record it. I don't know how to get it off of Neely's phone, but I know the officer grabbed her phone and cut it off when they took her out in handcuffs. So I know some of it's recorded. I'm not familiar with this phone. E-Claws reported on all 4 states that have been involved back in 2019. Good deal. We need something done quickly. Trump needs to do something quickly. You know, this can't be tolerated. It's ugly.
Oh, my chair's
There ain't no
squeaky
sense
too.
in
But
traumatizing people like this, you know?
I actually just
It really
noticed
affects them. You know, and that's what it's designed to do. Mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, you know, an animal, you take its baby away. You know, them mamas fight for them babies. It's not good. It's not good to see any kind of thing like this. And I've seen my daughter go through it.
Yes, Melissa.
My
she
grandbaby's just been
did
taken.
to that.
One's in Chicago. He's 9 years old. I ain't seen him since he's 3. And I've got another down in Tennessee. You know, they took her when she was 3. It wasn't abused. No. You know, they may make up stuff in these court documents and just drag it out. Lawyers, 6 lawyers plus, you know. More money, keep it going. No, this ain't the way. This is not what America should be. I know it, you know it, we all know it.
And it ends. So, let's see, did they... Okay, so she also went on this little posting spree before, like, this is like hours before she got arrested. I don't know how we're going to have to view these. Let me see how it comes up. Actually, let's just go internet for a minute. Oh, this case definitely calls for Shar. Actually, Kathy Wilson, I think it was. Kathy Wilson is with Shara Michelle and 46 others. And that's in one of the Connie videos. So, I don't know. Maybe they can get Shara on it. Yeah, in Neely's picture, she does have a mask on. But I don't think she's one of the lucky ones that's going to be let out. She's facing 2 custodial interference and 2 kidnapping charges, so 4 felonies, and getting ready to be extradited. Kathy Watson, sorry. I don't know why I want to call her Wilson. Okay, so this is Neely's, what she was sharing. before her arrest. Legalese. This is fucking Kirk Pendergrass shit right here. Yeah, because he always fucking thinks that he knows some special fucking wording. I don't know. Kirk Pendergrass is just as nuts as the rest of them. Bogus court order. I mean, that's the scary part is these guys literally, if something is highlighted or circled in red, like it's true. That's just all there is to it. If it's a fucking meme and you circle anything in red, it's just true from that point on. Receive consent by rape attendant, slating your name, agreeing your name. How to identify yourself directly, safely, and prevent legal entrapment. It upholds your right of the law standing. Do not consent. Yeah, contract. This is all sovereign shit. And I do not contract. I do not consent. Sovereigns believe that they're out, that like all the normal people that don't know about their straw name are in this federal contract. And so they believe that they can exist outside the laws by simply saying that they don't agree to this contract. And they don't consent to these actions, which doesn't matter if you're being arrested. Doesn't matter if that's how it was supposed to be. Doesn't matter if that's how it's gonna be or how it used to be. As it is right now, if you say I do not consent to you arresting me, that officer is going to arrest you if you committed a crime. Plain and simple. You will not get off of it. When Neely goes to court for these 4 fucking felonies and tells them I don't consent to this court date, that's not going to go over well. The judge isn't going to be like, oh, well, shit, we didn't know that you weren't consenting to these charges. Neely turning in some paperwork. Look at this guy's face, because you can tell he just has...
Well, I just want to
What do you want me to do with this?
Okay, alright, okay.
I mean, you can tell that guy had no fucking clue what he was even looking at. This is like 5 hours or so before she was arrested. Maybe like more like 3 or 4 hours. My revoked consent. I am okay, and so are my daughters. This mommy bear is done playing. You will not hurt my daughters anymore. Only for the diligent. This is why the Amber Alert, or what the Amber Alert is really about. Why is it always mommy bear? Like Shara always does that weird mama bear stuff too. We're not reading all that. But this looks like a really long, nonsensical legal document, most likely made by Chris Hallett.